Greetings guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette. This is my channel, Evolve with Monette. For those of you that are new here, I'm a professional intuitive empath. It's so good to share energy with you. If you're interested in any of the coaching services that I have, you can find it in the website link below. Check with your angels first. They'll let you know if we are a go energetically. Now, let's get into this. It's a little bit of a different reading. I have some other things coming up, more on the educational, pop culture, interfacing side. But for right now, I wanted to do a favorite things for 2024. Yes, I know we're in 2025. Happy New Year. I hope you all were safe. I hope you played with your friends and your family in the most authentic and adult polite way. I hope everyone kept all their, what do they say in the classrooms? Keep all hands, feet, and objects to yourself. And with libations, we played well. So I'm hoping everything went well for you guys. But I wanted to maybe shift your focus now as we go into 2025 as to what little touches of luxury and beauty and things that make your daily life easier can you do for yourself. The first act of love, if we're wanting to give it out to anybody else, is we earth angels and empaths so often do, and it's why we're sent here, really, honestly. First, you have to take care of you, and we hear it all the time. It's cliche, but it happens in these little ways with things that you do in your day-to-day. So I'm going to share what the best of my 2024 was like. We're going to culminate this little share time with a self-love, self-care reading fueled very much by Goddess and Aphrodite energy. So we're going to take a look and see how we can nurture ourselves better in 2025 and what questions we may need to ask ourselves, because all of that plays into self-care, which makes you a radiant magnet for love anywhere. But it starts with you first. So we will get into it. A few of my favorite things. So it's a wide range of things, not too wide. We're not going to be here all night. I think I have approximately 10, 11 items. But what we're going to do is get into things from cooking to delicious treats to utensils to sweet perfumes to you name it, right? What made my 2024 run better? This message also is brought to you by my Taurus moon, guys. And so I believe you can add a bit of luxury, even in the most simple ways, to your life. If you really search, it's not about the price, okay? So it's not about what these things cost, because some of them are pennies on the dollar and some of them are a little bit more, but I really believe you get what you pay for, and you should have something divine, even if it's one thing in 2025 that you absolutely love, that makes you feel gorgeous, that makes you feel wonderful, or that makes you feel efficient. If you're a homemaker, get that best utensil in the kitchen that's going to make you feel like you are, Martha Stewart, do what makes your heart feel good. Splurge just one time if you can. Find a way that you can splurge so that you feel good, because it's not just about spending that makes you happy. Again, some of these things are very simple and they're about ritual more than they're about money. But find what works for you in 2025 so that you can get into your juicy, abundant, Aphrodite, sensual, pleasured nature in all ways, okay? So not just consumer culture. Let's transmute that over here. Even if you think it's semantics, let's transmute that into, I did this on purpose. I planned it, right? Not overconsumption, but what can we have? All right, so I have my list here of the things. So starting out strong is Sol de Janeiro, which is an oldie and a goodie and a favorite on a lot of people's list. I have my little handy dandy dusted over here. So this, a favorite on a lot of people's list. So, but we know the spray, the Brazilian Bum Bum, Charosa, all of that stuff. Got a random stray. Well, I guess we're just going to be eccentric today. So Brazilian Bum Bum and all of that stuff. So yes, the perfumes are delightful. The body sprays change the game. We love to see it. But what I really, really loved to see was this Rio de Janeiro Radiance Cream. My motto is Glow Below. I just did a makeup tutorial where I talk about how I like to use glitter at various times of the year and in my own routine. Well, always Glow Below works for me, but if I can smell good and Glow Below, then now we're really onto something. This is the biggie jar, and this is the pint-sized jar. I think they might even have a smaller one of this in their they have like fly kits that are really great. Anyway, the scent, I'll tell you what they say the scent is, and I'll tell you what I feel like the scent is, because we do have a difference. fluorine free, compostable. Ba, 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 ba. What's our fragrance profile? Okay, glow, hydrate, nostalgic scent, ecolac, hydration, perfume, nostalgic. Okay, I just read that. And it's a body glow with hydrating squalene in it as well. I'm trying to see what the scent is. Listen, it's tropical. I feel like it smells like pineapple. That's the best way that I can say it. What I like is that there is a bit of something sparkly inside. I'll open the smaller one, which I've had in my purse. So it's rich and very emollient and very creamy. Gosh, and it smells so lightly tropical, maybe a hint of coconut. I will actually type in the scent notes below. All I know is what I like is a combination of, it's like before my rings go on, right? I will make sure that we don't have any ashy knuckles, sis. If we outside, you know, we gotta keep it cute in every way. So I will rub that down, maybe a little bit on my forearms. Now, beside it having a wonderful smell, it has that shimmer and glow that I love so much about these products, and it's done well, and it's not irritating, and it's not gritty. It's just so light, and you can't beat the combo. So I literally stock up when the sale happens, because yes, the sprays were everything, but that's really the magic. Now here's another magic. One of my favorite things for 2024 was, beyond my Real Radiance cream, is the Bum Bum Formosa Body Oil. Bum Bum Body Formosa Oil by Sol de Janeiro, okay? Now, this one's a little bit pricier. I don't even remember really what the lotions retail for. I know this is approximately 50 plus. And I like gas my pearls. Now, fortunately, I shopped with them at the end of 2023, I believe, and they sent a mini sample of this, which I love. I still have to this day, and I keep it in my purse for travel. But this is fantastic. It was worth it. It was worth the up purchase. That's one of the other things that I highly recommend, is start micro, if you can, my friends, and then size up to what you actually like. Don't invest in the macro thing, and I'll give you an example of that. But that micro little sampling, that little taste test they gave me, that little smattering of this oil, oh, it's divine. What I seek is for the whole experience to be luxurious, and that's a part of the ritual. So when I'm putting on my oils or my lotions, or if I'm salt scrubbing and bathing and exfoliating or whatever's happening, I'm speaking mantras to myself. Now, this makes me feel like I'm in Egypt, okay? And I am being taken care of very well, okay? And it just feels very, very amazing. It's luxurious. It's a deep, their scent, which is the pistachio. It's the scent that everyone loves. It's like their traditional classic scent that like blew up. However, it's so good, and I almost say like maybe a caramel, and so good and warm, and it also hydrates well too. There's a vitamin E oil by Vaseline that has an accompanying lotion, and it absorbs very quickly, but I notice it doesn't really moisturize. This truly sinks into your skin, and I love it on my décolleté, especially if I'm going to glow below. So any other thing that I would put on top of it, any kind of glitter or anything like that, really has a nice adhesion to it, but you just glow and you smell so good. I cannot recommend this. This is a splurge, but if you want to, see if you can get a little sampler, a little mini bottle, and see if it's worth it for you, because you may not like the smell. So know and investigate first if you're even into what they offer. But this was definitely on the list of my favorite things. Used very sparingly, but still used on a daily basis because it was delicious to me. All right, so we can put those back. The next thing on my list, in keeping with, you know what, we'll switch it up. We'll alternate between the body products and the other products. The next thing on my list, remember I told you it's as simple as a ritual. So self-care is not always just about, you know, a fantastic spa day. Self-care is about a great cup of tea. And here I have my favorite. I have so many favorite teas. Growing up with a British West Indian mom, tea was a huge big deal for us as part of ritual. But here what I have is red rose, It's the brand. Blueberry muffin, lemon cake, sugar cookie, frosted cheesecake. I think there's caramel apple in here, and so much more. They're delicious. And what I love about them is they are sweetened with stevia. Okay, guys? So this is sugar-free. It's low. There's 0 calories, actually. They're fantastic. I always combine it with a licorice tea. I have a favorite Egyptian brand of licorice tea that I get. And that's not what I mean, it's one of my favorite things. But it's this is not what I was showing you. I was showing you the rose tea. But this is licorice roots tea. So I love this for all of the health and kind of detox benefits. So I combine it. And this one actually tastes like Fruity Pebbles. I don't know if they did that on purpose. And my husband's the one who was just like, that tastes like Fruity Pebbles. I'm like, it does. And then I combine it with whatever flavor I'm wanting. So voila, dessert in a healthier way. Look at us. We're grown up. We're doing things. Okay? So tea is one of my favorite things. And that brand specifically has all manner. Cold brew teas that are like Southern Comfort, I think it's like their theme or something. Just so good. Treat yourself to tea if you're into tea. All right, now let's hop back to the lesson of scale up, my friends. Scale up. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. Boop. Okay. I think we've got it. The lesson of scale up. I discovered micro perfumes in the last year or two. I would definitely believe it would be the end of 2023. This is one of my favorite things for 2024 because what it allows you to do is get samples of name brand perfumes that are decanted from their original source, and they send you the tiniest, I mean, it's teeny tiny, so you're not going to be scamming. This isn't Scentbird where you will get like a whole month spray. It's the teeniest tiny drop of whatever it is. But they have perfumes that are super expensive there that you normally wouldn't have access to. And in some of the other services that I've noticed, they're not decanting the micro. The micro is truly their branding, and I really love that. Micro perfumes out of Calabasas. So it's fantastic because you can order. It doesn't matter what your budget is or what's happening. If you are a perfume girly, you know we will find a way to do our perfuming. And so one of the things that I love about this is that I am able to really get as many. I usually stop myself and cap myself off at about like 10, and I can just try. And then every once in a while, something magical happens. Because most of the time, I'm like, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. Then you can either give them away, you can keep, I don't know, do whatever you want to with them. But they're very reasonable price-wise, and they come all bagged up and perfect. These two in my hand specifically, here are, and I only keep the ones that I'm going to purchase the biggie of, okay? So I usually donate or give away the other ones that I don't use. So the one in my hand right now is called Cassili, and I have smelled this, and I like it enough that I would consider the biggie bottle. It's a pricier bottle, so that will wait. And then Bianco Latte. I fell in love. So this is love. Oh, I fell so in love with this. And it was at that moment that I was like, oh my goodness, this micro perfumes out of Calabasas is doing their thug fizzle. So again, it's not taking up much space. The shipping is pretty much always included because what they're sending you. Now they do have bigger bottles and they do have the Scentbird size decanters and misters and whatnot. In various modalities, glass and plastic and wood and I don't know, girl, they've got everything. Atomizers. But and you could also buy the big bottle, the original, which is what I did. But we are having a luxurious moment. We are not spending, just like with reckless abandon. So I still searched the sale. And here's the thing, and this is what I learned. For the magic of having access to all of those premium perfumes, one of the things, I'm looking at my list, making sure I get everything, and put things back, clean up, everybody, everywhere, right? So one of the things that I loved about this is that on the micro perfume site, this was retailing at like $195 plus, right? Maybe even plus shipping. man, maybe shipping was included. And I was like, absolutely not. Now, I was in love with it. I said, listen, even though I just bought one bottle in my whole life, my Taurus moon will not let me rest, because I've been searching and trekking the tundra for gourmand perfection. This is it. I can't even keep it. It's so good. This is it. I will tell you, KLE is also one of my favorite things. So we'll just segue right into that so that I can make the comparison here and help you understand the journey that I've been on. So another one of my favorite things this year was KLE. KLE redefined 2024 for me and changed it. I can't bring out all the KLE bottles. We'd be here for a little while. I am a devotee. The two of my favorite things out of this year from KLE actually this is my favorite combo from KLE, because she puts together these kind of scent samplers and flights, if you will, so that you can have a little perfect bottle for your purse and also a gorgeous bottle for your countertop too. Now here's the thing. This Yum Bougie Marshmallow 81 was attempting to do what Bianco Latte does. Made in Duci Giordani di Toscano. Anyway, I butchered that, I'm sure, from a company established in 1942. So white latte, essentially, right? Bianco Latte. But listen, this is what I thought was going to happen. I thought, because I've been on the search for the perfect lactonic, creamy, caramely, marshmallowy, right? And so I thought, Yum Bougie Marshmallow, they've done it. The thing that I love about KLE is they have fantastic saturation and wear time. So if you're spraying that, you're going to smell it. Even if you become nose blind to it, it will be smelled on you. Trust me, it happens to me all the time. People always comment about what I smell like. This is the notes here. So tell me how delicious this sounds. Freesia, strawberry, pink marshmallow, creamy coconut, whipped vanilla, and pink musk. The thing about this is, though, unfortunately, even with resprays, it's so faint, it would almost be appropriate, I think, to gift to someone that was maybe like 10, 11, 12, 13, because it's so light, it's not like offensive, it doesn't feel too grown up. It's too light for me, but I wanted so badly for this to be what Bianco Latte turned out to be. Bianco Latte, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying it. She's that girl. She's the moment. She's the world. Upon unboxing, what we have is this really gorgeous bottle with a wooden stopper, and just sits so pretty. Just sits there with the rest of the girls. We have a little bit of burnt etchings into the top, feeling ever so fancy from Italy. Oh my god, y'all. I can't even stand it. It's so good. Y'all. And the dry down and the wear time. I've had people physically come up to me and stop me. Now, I do perfume comboing, so we can talk about that in another video. If you're curious, please send just a nice note. Okay. If you're curious, please leave me questions below and put a perfume bottle with a question mark if you want to know about how I layer, why I layer. But here's the thing about perfume, it's subjective to you. So if you are a gourmand girly, say that 4 times, you will 100% be loving what I am laying down here. But if you're more floral, or if you're more orange blossom and like hibiscus, I don't know, girl, this may not be for you. It's for me. It's a win for me. I smell delicious. Now, this was one of my other favorite things, the Juicy Eden set. What I liked is that you got it for a pretty decent price, I thought. And then beautiful packaging. That's the thing about KLE, is I noticed that she's been coming late. A lot of the bigger size up from this, the biggest size she carries, came in a curated box that has the diamond cutouts on the shape. Now, after being lost in the YouTube streets several years ago, Jeffree Star gave us all, whether we wanted it or not, an education on makeup and the cost and the overhead. So I feel like something's going on there where they're changing, I hope not the quality forever, because what makes the KLE such a winner is not only does she smell good and the wear time when you find your scent profile, because she has many in her line, not only is it beautiful to look at, right? It's packaged well, it lasts well, and just the assortment of bottles, it's just absolute, I almost said something like I'm on Drag Race. It's super feminine, girls. It's giving that. It's giving that word specifically. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. It's so beautiful. It's so Aphrodite. It's so you being carried in on a golden, thing from Egypt, with the men carrying you and they're glistening and you just smell like magic. This is Juicy Eden. It's very sweet. It's very, very sweet. And this is my favorite. And this is the girl that started to change my world. This is Dearly Beloved. We are gathered here today for her. Lychee. Anyway, so between finding that special someone out there that I didn't even know could possibly have existed, Miss Bianco Latte, who took over the world, burned down the rest of the girls. There's no competition. She shut it down flat screen. And the combination of several, again, we can talk about that in another video. I'm in my Aphrodite energy, and I put on perfume to even come sit out here to make my videos in my little office space. It's the best. And my husband makes fun of me, but he knows by now that I mean that absolutely. And I will spray on my best perfume. I don't just save her for outings. I want to smell like Bianco Latte when I'm inside too. So a combination of deliciousness, even if you can't smell me, I do. And I am so happy about it. So that's Bianco Latte. I think she up there in the 1 and 2. She's top. What did Drake say? I'm top 3 and I'm not 2. Thought you had 1, but you lost 1. Nah. Yeah. She's top 3 and she's not 2. She's 1. She might be the number 1 thing. Love her so much. All right. So, beautiful perfume. All right. So, what's next on my favorite things list? Let's go to a cooking magic. A little bit of cooking magic. These spoons are amongst my favorite things. If you can see them, they're absolutely gorgeous. I find that I use them for more than I even thought that I ever would. I believe they were an Amazon find. They were something I've had in my home for a long time, but I really started putting them to use in 2024. And they make cooking beautiful and exciting. Look at that. It's absolute magic. So beautiful. The ingrain. It's like a full 8 to 9 piece set, and it has little knives. And I was like, it's too pretty to use. I'm not going to use it, and it's going to get ruined in the dishwasher and ruined by washing it. And I thought, life is too short. I bought beautiful things so that I'm stimulated in the kitchen. So I'm using beautiful things. So as I've been really reclaiming my time in the kitchen after healing and all of that stuff, 2024, I spent a lot of time cooking and trying out things and just finding that spot in me again, which was self-love at a time for me. And then it became busy and it became work and it became career, and then I just didn't do it. I got sick and I stopped. So I found cooking again this year, which just made me so happy. All right, so that was one of my favorite things. And what goes well with something when we're cooking? Well, this Mama Jamma masterpiece right here. This hex clad pan is one that you've seen all over the internet streets, endorsed by Gordon Ramsay. Now, I do believe Gordon Ramsay's cooking is fantastic. I have eaten at I have eaten at one of his restaurants. Yes, I have. And also one of his favorite restaurants when I was in Iceland. That's not his restaurant, but it's a place that he had frequented right before I was there.